Hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about translating algebraic expressions. So this SOL includes translating the verbal situation to the algebraic form, and also if you're given a word problem or a picture, how to translate that into an expression. So first, here are some reminders of some of the words that can mean the different operations. So when we're talking about addition, these are some of the words that we can look at that mean it. Sum, plus, total, increased by, more than. Remember that than is a switch word, so we would switch the order with that. An example, the sum of 2 and a number x. So the expression verbally is given to us, and then algebraically it would be 2 plus x. And then you're given words for subtraction, difference, less than. An example for that would be the difference of a number n and 6. There aren't any switch words, so we just follow the number, or follow the order. We're given the number first, then 6, so it would be n minus 6. For multiplication, some of our key words are times, product is a main one, multiplied by, of. So an example, 12 times the number y. We're just multiplying 12 in that variable, 12y. And finally, division. Quotient is a common one, but we also have divided by, divided into. The verbal example, it gives us the quotient of a number k and 2. There aren't any switch words, so since k came first in the sentence, that is going to be on top of the fraction with 2 in the denominator. So let's try this first example. I want to translate 2y plus the cube root of x into a verbal expression. So it was given to us algebraically. So let's just start with answer choice A and see what we have. So A says the sum. Well, what are we taking the sum of? We're taking the sum of 2 and y. So that would be the sum of 2 and y. Already I know that this cannot be an answer choice because of that. Let's look at B. We have the product. Well, what are we taking the product of? We're taking the product of 2 and y plus, we're going to add, and then the cube of x. So that would be x to the third power. So that can't be right. Let's look at option C. We have the product. We have the product of 2 and y again. Plus, we have our adding sign, and the cube root of x. That is going to be our correct answer because we have the cube root of x. Let's check D just to make sure we're right. We have the sum, and what are we taking the sum of? 2y and x raised to the third power. Oh, nope, that doesn't work either. So C is our correct answer. Example number 2, select each phrase. Well, as soon as we see that each phrase, we know there can be more than one right answer. Select each phrase that verbally translate this algebraic expression, the cube root of y minus 2y. So let's start with the first one. 2 times x, subtract the cube root of y. That is in the wrong order, so that does not work. The cube root of y, we're off to a good start, the cube root of y less 2 times x. That's kind of a funny phrase. If it just says less, it means subtract. It's when you have less than that you're going to switch the order. So this second one is correct. The third one, 2 times x less than, there's my switch word. So I know 2 times x has come in second, and it says the cube root of y. So this one also works. Now we have the cube root of y less than, switch word, 2 times x. So that is in the wrong order, so that one doesn't work. So the second and third options are the correct ones. Sometimes we can be given a picture and we have to translate it So we always want to make sure we look at our key to make sure we know what the different shapes mean. So if we're looking at the picture, we have 4 white rectangles. Well, our rectangle means X. So there are 4X on the left side. So go ahead and rule out your answer choice B and your answer choice D. And then we have these 3 squares that are shaded. Well, our shaded ones are negative. So answer choice C is going to be correct because we have 4X and then we have that minus 3. Word problems, everyone's favorite. First thing I always want you to do, just read the problem, go ahead and highlight the key information, then we'll figure out the answer. So Jessica is 3 more than 5 times her sister's age. So I like the 3 years more than 5 times her sister's age. If her sister is Y years old, which expression describes Jessica's age? So we have 3 more than. We have a switch word. So the 3 years more is going to go after. It's going to go second. And then 5 times her sister's age. I know I'm taking 5 and multiplying it by something because times. And I know the sister's age, well, she is Y years old. So we have 5Y plus 3. Here's another word problem. I want you to pause the video, try this one on your own. When you are finished, resume the video, and then see if you got the answer right. So this problem, Jefferson Middle School earned $800 in ticket sales for a play. I'm going to go ahead and start underlining my key information. The cost per ticket was $5. Which of the following equations, so with equations we know we're going to have an equal sign, which of the following equations could be used to determine how many tickets were sold at the play? So my question is, how many tickets were sold? And T is going to represent our tickets. Well, if Jefferson earned 800 in ticket sales, our equation should then equal 800 because that's equaling our earnings. So already I'm going to cross out A because 800 was connected with that 5. I'm going to cross out B because that 800 is connected with that T. And I'm going to cross D because 800 is connected with the minus 5. Let's finish checking C to see if that's the correct one. So Jefferson earned 800 in ticket sales. The cost per ticket was $5. So how many tickets were sold? Well, if $5 is being multiplied by how many tickets were sold, I know I'm going to multiply the 5 and the T to get our earnings, which was, in fact, 800. And that is all for this video. I'll see you in class tomorrow.